Yo, it's your boy Marcus from Cine back with a video. Today we're going to be talking about the COD Mobile creator controversy, and this is like a general consensus, but I'm going to dive into a couple of groups, and mainly the India community and the, I guess, American community, and what the kind of controversy is between the two over time. This is like an older instance, I guess. This happened a while back, but I just saw another video on it by Viking, I believe. He's an India creator, VKNG, and I just thought I would kind of talk about it because I have a lot to say, and I don't think people are looking at it the right way, and I think, it's a mix-up, right? There's a lot to discuss with it. So one of the things that happened here is like Indian creators like Too Noob for You, which if you're watching my channel, you probably know who he is. If you know VKNG, he's a pretty big one. I believe Boom the Grinder is a very big Indian creator. There's a lot of them. And they're obviously not on the scale of like iFerg or Bobby. You know what I mean? I think Bobby just hit 1 million subs. And iFerg's like 4 million, but I don't even know if he's American. I think he's like EU. So that being said, they're smaller than Bobby, but, Bobby's like the biggest, I guess, American creator, I guess you could say. NA is the term, but I don't ever use that. I'll just say American, whatever. And so, Indian creators are getting snubbed out of opportunities in partnerships, sponsorships, tournaments, things like that. And, they're kind of frustrated with how that's worked out for them, essentially, is what I'm getting from, like, what I've seen. And there's some things that kind of I'm nitpicking on to kind of talk about because they were like points made specifically in this video and in the video that Viking suggested inside of his video, made by I think Too Noob for You and somebody else, where they covered this topic. It went viral. Like it had like, I don't know, 100,000 views or something, a lot of views. That one, they went in even deeper. I'm not diving into their specific videos like that, but just if you want to go watch those, I would just watch Viking's video, and then he elaborates off of that other video that went super viral. Lots of content creators, are leaving the game due to, the game balancing and their concerns or problems with the game. Obviously, that's a thing. Happens in all the countries, right? Latin America, get the COD Mobile's huge there. It's huge in North America, Europe, China, Korea, India, right? It's pretty much huge all over the world. It's the biggest mobile game of the last 7 years. And these aren't the only content creators with problems. I'm sure there's been Chinese or Korean creators that are getting snubbed out of opportunities with, tournaments and things like that. They can't be the only ones in India. Now, the content creator program was one of the big things I heard. So the content creator program is essentially allowing you to get early access to, skins and things like that. They'll give you CP so you can upgrade it. They'll give you mythic cards so you can upgrade it, and then you can showcase it off and show the skin off so you can get other people to buy it. Essentially, they're using development studios or using YouTubers to push out these skins so that other people will see it and buy it. So they're giving it to them for free in hopes that everybody else will go buy it because they saw what it looked like and how cool it was, or whatever the case might be. That's basically what that part is for, right? It's just for monetary gain for the studio and monetary gain for whoever the partner is, like iFerg or Bobby Plays, right? Just to name a couple. Being a part of that program, you have to do a few things, not very complicated things, right? You have to upload a certain amount of videos per whatever time span and, support the game essentially, right? So you probably can't make videos like I do saying that the game sucks and this is wrong, that's wrong, this is wrong, that's wrong. You can't really do that, right? You kind of got to be a good boy by their terms. You know what I mean? You're kind of signing that ability to critique the game away when you do that, right? I don't think I've ever seen a video where iFerg literally just critiques the game and things he doesn't like, because he's sponsored by COD Mobile, so he can't really do that, right? He's just got to glaze it. That's kind of his thing, which is fine, right? You kind of expect that when you go into that, right? You're going to lose that sort of ability to say what you think, which is fine. I think most people would agree. You know, if you were in their shoes, you'd probably do the same thing. I would probably do the same thing if I was part of that program. I'm not, so I can say what I want. Sometimes this game sucks. The game balancing is atrocious. I can say that. They can't, right? So that's why when you watch those people's videos, a lot of times they don't really cover that kind of thing, and they stay away from it, right? But they know it's a problem. You know what I mean? Everybody knows it's a problem, but they got to stay away from it. That's what that content creator program is. And obviously, when you're a part of that, you have monetary benefits and things like that. You know what I mean? You'll be able to host special tournaments, or they'll invite you out to like come play DMZ early. You know what I mean? So stuff like that, you know, those are benefits that you get for being a part of that program, right? And some creators have lost this opportunity over time. Jokesta is one recently. He lost that content creator program eligibility, I guess, because he wasn't uploading enough videos. So he made a video saying like, hey, I'm leaving COD Mobile. I'm going to go play Rainbow Six or Delta Force or whatever he was going to go play, right? So that happens, right? Viking also mentioned in his video that he lost his content creator program privilege or whatever the case might be. So, you know, that's usually due to mainly the creator falling out of love with the game and not wanting to upload or play it as much. And since they're not uploading or playing it as much, then, you know, they lose that program eligibility. Not really a big deal. I feel like when you know, it kind of comes and goes, right? There have been times where I stopped playing COD Mobile as much. Right now, I don't play as much as I used to. I'll probably never play as much as I used to because the game will never be in a state where I enjoy it as much as I used to. And I'm okay with that, right? I would love for it to be in that state to where all I want to do is grind this shit all day. But it's never going to be that way, unfortunately. Another thing I saw was Bobby Plays not inviting Indian creators to his events. I saw that I think Boom the Grinder and Too Noob for You got like not allowed to be in a tournament or something like that, and it was because it was Bobby's tournament that he was hosting, and he didn't want them in because he thought they'd have like an unfair disadvantage or something like that. If somebody doesn't want you to be in their tournament, then you don't get to be in their tournament. I feel like that's not really, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. Like if somebody told me I didn't get to play in Aerith's 40K tourney or whatever it is, I'll be like, okay, that sucks, but whatever, I'll move on. You know what I mean? That I don't feel like that should be something that gets addressed in any way. If somebody says you can't play in their tournament, then you can't play, right? And it's not a big deal that you can't play. You just kind of move on with your life. Another thing he mentioned in that video was a lack of support to the content creator program. So the low monetary benefit gained for Indian creators specifically wasn't necessarily enough for what they're doing in terms of creating content, right? So Boom the Grinder creates a lot of content. I see his posts all the time. Too New For You, I think, also has created a lot of content over the years. I've seen a lot of his posts and his videos, and that's just not the monetary gain that you get from being a part of the content creator program should not determine what you are as a content creator, right? Like, I have been making videos on COD Mobile for 3.5, 4 years now, and I haven't made a penny. I haven't made a dime. I haven't made anything off of that, right? I do it for the love of the game. You know what I mean? I just like making videos, like talking about Call of Duty. I could talk about any Call of Duty all day long, every day, for the rest of my life, and be completely happy about it because I love Call of Duty. Doesn't really change anything for me whether I get paid or not, except it would be nice to, you know, make a few bucks here and there. That would be nice, especially for the amount of time I've spent. I've made over 1,600 videos on YouTube. About 1,300 of them. 1,300 of those 1,600 videos are Call of Duty mobile or gaming related. The other 300 are like energy drink reviews and other games. So that's a lot. You know what I mean? That's a lot of videos. And I haven't made any money off of it. So I feel like, you know, that's not really something you should be like, oh, being a content creator program person from India, you just don't make any money from it, so it's not really worth it. That's not, come on. That's not a reason to be like complaining about the content creator program. I feel like it's a privilege to be a part of that. Like, you know how happy I would be if I got to get every single mythic just because I'm in this program? Like that, I'd be stoked. What are you talking about? I don't have to spend $125 to get this? That's awesome. Just give me that now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that's that's shallow might be the word, or whatever word you want to use to describe that kind of outlook on things. It's just not for me. It's not how I would look at it. Overall, this creator controversy, this isn't going to be the last time I think we see something like that. It's definitely not the first time we've seen something like that. I definitely think other people have probably had these issues in other countries, Latin America, China or something. And, they haven't gotten the, level of support that they thought was necessary. And I feel like when you're coming with these studios, man, you shouldn't really be expecting nothing, to be honest with you. I mean, whatever you get is what you get, and you should just be like, that's what we expect, right? Definitely don't expect them to go overboard with it. I feel like that's just how I look at it, right? It's, it's a privilege. It's not a necessity, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got on this. Hopefully, if you're interested in this topic, there's been a bunch of videos made. I would just look up like Codm Mobile India controversy or something, India situation, and that real viral video should pop up. It's got multiple creators tagged on it, so it should be easy to find. Overall, do I think these creators are getting screwed? No. I think the Indian creators are fine. I think the NA creators are fine. It just, people are having a disagreement. It's not a big deal. I think being a part of the content creator program is pretty cool. So, if that opportunity doesn't mean enough for you to, fulfill those obligations, then you don't care and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So it's probably not a big deal. And if those benefits to that program are not enough for you, then don't be a part of it. I feel like that's pretty easy to understand for most people, I guess I could say. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to. It's been your boy Marcus from Morsini. I'm out of here. Peace.